There it is for the
Oh, right
Rhino.
to the heart right there, man.
For the Rhino. Hello, Fantasy Goats. Welcome to day two, Tuesday of the NFL free agency. Frenzy, chaos. Yes, it's all underway, baby. And boy, do we got a couple of good ones. A couple of good ones in the Jets. Bringing in Geno Smith. Oh yes, I mean it's out. Well, we're gonna. I know Rhino's laughing. We're gonna get to it. I'm gonna break down exactly why this was a good move. Oh, Mad Maxi baby,
Yeah,
Mad Maxi,
I gotta take on this too.
Mad Maxi's heading back to Vegas here to pack up his mansion. Maybe. um, we brought back Gino. We missed him, but that's not really why we brought him back. That was number one. Number two is an interesting one. Romeo, baby, Romeo Dobbs.
That's a great. That is okay.
Romeo.
So now I might be wrong about this. Wasn't his contract pretty much the same contract that Mike Evans got for Niners? 3 years, 60 million, 60 million, somewhere around there.
Yes, I believe it's close, but it's without looking, without going right through like the minutia of it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably restructured a little bit differently. If I mean, we could take a look at the contract itself, but he said it was a pretty good deal. Don't get me wrong, but let's talk more nuts and bolts of not just the numbers, Rhino. This was on one hand, this is a good move for the Patriots. 4 years,
Okay,
70 mil. Oh, turtle enthusiast. How are you? Thank you very
all right.
much.
So and then
Which is well,
Evans was 3 years, 60 million. I like Dobbs because Dobbs was 25, 26.
Dobbs has been in the league 4 seasons now.
Okay, so 26.
Yeah, let's chalk him to 26-ish. Yes.
So, so the Patriots got a young wide receiver who will get fed. I don't know if he leans into the wide receiver one spot, but he's definitely a wide receiver two. And somebody that freaking May can actually count on. You know?
I think
Okay, I'm really getting really
what do you what's troubling you?
because
What's troubling you over there?
the chat is I'm reading the chat room. Is this all this true? That Ravens backed out of the trade?
That the Ravens or the Raiders? No. No. Didn't Max Crosby get hurt and needed surgery, so they shut him down last year? Yes, Strong
At
Goat.
the end of the season, they shut him down.
Yes, Strong Goat, baby. Of course. Well, he got mad that he was shut down. Checky, Mad Max is telling us to. Yes, he
He didn't
did
pass the
pass
physical.
physical. So
Oh, damn.
so this is breaking right now.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Well, thank you, Goats, man. Thank you for this. So interesting. Shit. Interesting.
Yeah, we appreciate that. This is just coming in, and that's why we have some new goats. I see. Thank you very much for coming in. We would appreciate a subscribe, like. We got plenty of content all off season, and this is damn. All right, so let's repivot. Geno Smith's on the back burner. Geno Smith, by the way. All right, so we have a four-part series, mini series, shorts, small clips on the Jets rebuild. And this in part 4, this is exactly how I laid it out. That the Jets need to go bring in the bridge quarterback. It didn't matter whether it was Geno, Carson Wentz, anybody except for drafting one high in Ty Simpson this season. So that come to fruition. All right, that's done. Very good. If Geno get his ass kicked all season, and it's fine.
I think Gino. Okay. So yeah, last season was ugly. It was as ugly as it can freaking get, man. I think him going to the Jets is, and I wrote this, is the fact that I think it's a better system for him. He's going to have a better offensive line, and Frank Wright will. He likes to dial. He likes to get things. He likes to work with the quarterback's strengths, not his weaknesses. So it's to be a West Coast system, lots of movement, and very run pass
Wow.
equaled. So Geno Smith is going to make Hall better and Garrett Wilson better.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Geno Smith can make Garrett better.
He'll give him the ball, but he'll give him the ball more and in the right spot.
Yeah.
As long as he's not pressured and not playing from behind. But I think it's a great move. I don't know. I don't think because they have two first next year, right? So I don't think they really necessarily need to tank everything they want to tank. That's why they got Geno. They got Geno as a bridge quarterback. Let's say they draft Aller, or I'm okay, just say Aller, in the 4th round. This gives Aller a year to learn stuff, then they can see what he can do. If they trust him going into next year, then they trust him going next year. Damn. Okay, so just I gotta get this out of my head.
All right, so while the Rhino regroups, because Rhino is part Raider, part LA, so he's now he's a little taken aback by this breaking news. I'm trying to gather it as much as possible with my phone in my hand right now, as well as getting it from you, Goats. We appreciate you being here. Yes, there is obviously breaking news. Max Crosby did not pass his physical. The deal is off for now. But let me ask you something. Like just like the obvious. Like couldn't they just redo this? Like what? Like okay. Like he didn't pass it now. Can he try again in a month?
I don't think so. I don't know. This happened probably about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago with Michael Brockers from the Rams. They signed him as a free agent, and he didn't pass the physical, and he ended up playing the whole freaking year for the Rams. So they might have been nitpicky. Maybe they decided we need this money back. But my God, okay, so they'll get the 14 pick back, right? Good for them. But shit, they lost freaking Lindbaum. They could have freaking signed their freaking center.
Wow. So Max Crosby failed the physical. Okay, that's the obvious part. I don't need to hear from you. I want to hear from this guy's not bad, Ari Miroff.
Yeah.
No signings are official until tomorrow. So with Max Crosby back on the Raiders, because he never went anywhere, there are players who agreed to sign with the Raiders, and they spent a lot in free agency where we have no clue how this unfolds. Crosby's contract is back on the books, Sniper. Max Crosby is not a Raven. He's a Raider. Well, I mean, shit.
But it's funny because they have enough cap space still to get that cushion. So you're looking at a defense. If everything stands the way it is, and he does stay with the Raiders, the Kobe Dean, Quay Walker, and him, and then they traded for Ron Johnson, who Aaron Rodgers says is the most underrated freaking DB in the NFL, and spoke highly of him. And then they re-signed Eric Stokes, who was the best DB.
Wow. So all those subsequent moves, offloading money, receiving draft capital in return. All right. I mean, this is unprecedented for me, or at least for me. While I don't recall a player of this caliber like having the deal reneged or having the deal nullified, voided, whatever the hell you want to call it.
The nail in the coffin right here is if he is a Raider this year, then a cap situation beyond is just jacked next season. I think they still unload him. I bet they still unload. They won't get the what they want. They might have to take some of the contract, depending on how bad his knee is.
Well, that's what I just posed.
That's the weird thing.
That's what I just posed, right? I mean, like, okay, fine. So if he didn't pass it now, then why wouldn't they just like, okay, like let's do it again in a month? Like number one, there's something fishy going on with this.
Okay. Again,
are you kidding me? How does he not pass a physical? This guy, I don't even know how badly hurt was he? He wasn't.
Maybe. Raiders had buyer's remorse, bro. And they told the medical doctor. I don't know, I'm just making it. But there's, like I said, this has happened before with the Ravens, where it was Michael Brockers for the Rams got signed as a free agent.
Holy shit, $20 million a year for Dobbs feels like a lot.
That's a good number for Dobbs.
$20 million a year for a 25-year-old who's been a pretty good 1B. Romeo Dobbs I think he's underrated. I think, and undervalued, perhaps. I think the Patriots got away with a steal. The Patriots aren't going to go out and just get any wide receiver. The Patriots are going to go get somebody who they believe is going to buy into their way real quickly and do exactly what the hell they asked him to do. And that's exactly what they're getting with Romeo Dobbs. Now, for fantasy, we had this conversation last night.
Yep.
He's going to be, he's one of the more volatile players. You're going to get some really decent, it's like a catch-22. You're going to get some decent wide receiver 3, wide receiver 2 numbers. And then some other weeks, you're going to get no points for all of his blocks.
But maybe it might be different with the Patriots because they have Keyshawn Butte and Kyle Williams and Pop Douglas. Now I would think that Watson, Reed, and Golden cleared them.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the other side of the coin. The Packers losing him. Well, we're going to do our winners and losers later on in the week. Like once all this dust settles. Doesn't really settle. But yeah, I mean, the Patriots, up to the Patriots. Sorry, Sniper. The Packers, they still have like a huge stable of wide receivers, and they brought in Sky Moore, which is like a nothing burger. I don't even know if he makes the team. But look, think about it, Rhino, right? Last year's 2 wide receivers, Golden, Savion Williams. Thank you, Sniper, again. And then Reed, Watson, Wicks, man. I mean, they still have a ton of wide receivers.
And then an occasional Bo Milton come play wide receiver before you go play DB guy.
Bobo.
Big Bo Milton.
Damn, Mad Maxie came in here with some freaking heat, and then like it threw Rhino off. Then it became like real. I think that might have been the first major breaking thing, news, football situation that the Fantasy Goats had.
Good Lord.
The turtle enthusiast is giving us some info. Appreciate you. The Trone Goat comes in here and is like, he's going to be a Titan. Wow, Mad Maxie's. See the king. He didn't pass his physical. I mean, that's what's head scratching me. That's what's head scratching me.
How's he not?
Rhino, he wanted to play in the final 2 games last season, and why they sat him could be debated at another time. The fact that they said it was because he needed a little minor procedure, a little cleanup, whatever the hell that case was. He still was capable of play. He wanted to play. How injured could the man really be now in March 10th, yet you're not passing a physical now, March 10th, for when you're ready to play next September. That's why this is bizarre. That's why most of these players, they just get cleared. They pass their physicals. We don't ever get this.
Physical is by,
Physical, right? He needs to pass a. Okay, so he needs to pass a physical. Why isn't we're doing it at the same
time?
He needs to pass a physical by the new team's physician. Okay, and the new team wanted him
until they didn't.
You know what? You ready for this? You ready? Watch what winds up happening here.
Talk to me.
Max Crosby. The Raiders are going to work this out with the Eagles.
Oh my!
Or the Bears. They'll just, you know what? Screw you. I bet you the Bears or the Eagles or maybe another wild card team that we're not thinking of wind up coming in. You know what? I bet you he'll pass a physical with our doc.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they'll get 2 first. You know, they might get a first and a second, but
he didn't. Maybe that's what he didn't pass, Mel.
I think that's why. I think like see the King 97 saying, and Matt is by his remorse.
Maybe that's why he didn't pass because of the urine.
There,
little funny stuff. Little funny stuff in his urine.
I don't know if they test for that anymore.
Wow, Ravens, man. You know what, Max? That I can't. I'm at a loss for words.
This is probably the first time
I'm at a loss for words. You know what? The Eagles just lost Jalen Phillips on the edge, although he wasn't a huge pass rusher edge guy, right? He was more of like the tackler playing on the edge. But fuck Uncle Howie. You think Uncle Howie would never give a first round pick unless he's no. He's not trading A.J. Brown unless he's getting a first. I guarantee you he will send a first round pick for this guy. And if not him, the Bears. But I don't know what their situations look like now. Again, because these teams have spent money. That's the only thing that I could see that would be stopping it, Rhino. That's the only thing I could see that why teams may not be able to get in on it.
The only way I would see it is if you went to our team and they restructured it, so there's less money this year and maybe more on the back end.
Wow, just Steve B making DeCosta save face. Steve Bisciotti's making DeCosta save face. Why do we have something coming from Steve Bisciotti? Biscotti.
We got some Ravens fans, so I can't wait to see I'm sure my chat room, the sleepers, going off right now with my Ravens friends. Jeez.
Biscotti. Would you like some Steve Biscotti? Not the Bears. I thought I thought it was going to be the Bears, to be honest with you, because they traded DJ Moore away, so they picked up a second. I pegged them for using that capital for Max.
All right.
You want to? Here's another edge that didn't have a problem passing his physical. Adofe Owa, Super Bowl champ, no problem. John Franklin Myers, who's no spring chicken. D tackles found the home on the Titans. By the way, Titans Chongo, man.
Titans did good. They
Chongo.
They got New Orleans safety Anadai Taylor.
Chongo cleaned up. Let's see if we could do. Let me see if I could do something here. Let's pull up this cesspool of information. Let's pull up the cesspool. Let's try to get a little Schefter in here. Breaking news from Schefter.
Maybe Burrow sent freaking money to the doctor and said, "Hey, bro, don't pass this physical because I ain't trying to get hit by him." God. Nuts, man. And we might not never know the truth, but we know, I mean, the truth is out there, but they'll never come out and say it because it's hidden behind the didn't pass the physical.
The Cowboys just traded for Rashawn Gary,
Yep.
but that deal's not official either. That's him being funny. Let me see what's the latest. Oh yeah, the Raiders' full statement provided by NFL Rumors.
Lord.
The Baltimore Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement for Max Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time. Yeah, that's really reliable.
Look at the detail of that, man. Look at so much detail.
Well, this is actually coming from the Raiders as well. The Baltimore Ravens. That's coming from the Raiders. Actually, the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement from Max Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time. Wow.
All right.
Wow, goats. Well, this is the first for everything, man. Breaking news. This was not just breaking news. This was like some freaking breaking news. We've had some players that have like been ruled out on a stream during the season. That's not the same.
No, this is the whole.
Because we're right in the thick of it.
Level.
We're right in the thick of it. I would have had could you imagine if we would have set this show up for 9:00? I would have had a different thumbnail.
Yep.
The Rebels think Tom Brady fleeced the Ravens. Tom Brady. I mean, they weren't going. Here's the thing. They weren't doing the deal unless they got the 2 first-round picks. They got what they wanted. Tom Brady fleeced them. So then there was buyer's remorse, is what you're saying. Oh, man, we shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that, DeCosta? I don't know, Steve.
Not on the Ravens, then. Don't players have a physical when they're leaving a team?
Apparently not. No, what might actually wind up taking place though is maybe a physical at the exit.
Right.
Right at the end of the season, there might be if there's an injury, but not once the new league year starts. No. The new team is responsible for that. That makes perfect sense. The Cowboys, according to Ian Rappaport, would the Cowboys be back in? God damn. From the breaking news coverage, the Ravens made a decision on Max Crosby's medicals that they are not ready to assume the risk of Crosby's knee.
They knew the risk going in. They knew his history. They pussed out. So I think see the King 97. So I think the Raiders are actually kind of still decent with the O-line because of Lindenbaum, because that moves Jackson Power Johnson to the guard. They had Charles Grant, who came on rated top 5 towards the end of the season as a guard. They just need to pick up a right tackle, another bookend for Colton Miller, which they can get in the second round.
Wow. Holy shit, man. Copy image. I'm gonna change this shit right now. Fuck. Buyer's remorse, plain and simple. It's gotta be Mad Maxie. Yeah. It's gotta be buyer's remorse. Well, I mean, again, because now another team is gonna step up and emerge, and they're going to pass him. No matter, even if there's something that's a little sketchy, a little bit. This player, especially a player of this caliber. How old is he? How old is he?
He is 30. I believe he's 28, 30, something like that. Somewhere around there.
Come on, 30.
So okay, then why didn't they do that before they let freaking the center go? You know what I mean?
Which team? Oh, the Ravens.
Ravens.
Yep.
29
Yep.
to 10.
Yep.
Just you would think.
Well, I mean, like, for what it's worth, like, well, for what it's worth, if I have to put myself in their position, I'm already thinking of that contingency, right? It's like, okay, so it's coming up that that there's wear and tear in the knee. Okay, but we already got rid of our center. Okay, so we'll pivot from that. Like they're already thinking about that. Whether okay, we might as well just keep them, or can we renege on this deal while we still did this move?
And this move happened last Friday, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So see Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So you're waiting 4 days. They should have had him in right away and done a physical. I would think that's how a team would do it, especially with somebody that had he's had 3 knee surgeries, I believe. So why not? They should have known that prior, or they should before they said, "Yeah, we'll do this trade, but we want to do physical." Yeah. See the game nights. Hey, you're right. They did do a step backwards, man.
I'm trying to fucking
even with Max there, because I was going to talk about that before all this broke. It was like subtracted by addition because of Max, because that money went towards their salary cap. Now all these players that they could have they lost their safety too, Gilliam. So all these players that they've lost, they probably could have kept.
How much time do they actually have to change? Michael P. Goat. Look at this, man. Look at this motherfucking goat.
I don't think Evans is wide. Not for the Niners. You had to make it through the whole season.
Michael B. Goat. Look at you. How are you?
Good to see that name, huh?
Welcome back. Hope your winter's been going well, Michael B. Goat.
So the Cowboys offered the first in this.
They're gonna that's what's gonna wind the that's the only way you can't. He's not gonna play for the Raiders.
Yeah, and you know what?
There's no way.
I bet he freaking passes the freaking the physical.
He's going to pass the next physical. You know that doctor, the Cowboys doctor, that guy with the cowboy hat that we see, like that dude, that guy is actually a physician for many teams.
Yeah,
did you know that?
Yeah,
that guy will pass him.
Well known.
He's very yes. He's that guy will pass him for Jerry. Let me give Jerry his one last wish. No, that's I shouldn't have said that. That's not nice. Jerry's gonna go get him. He's gonna get Maxie because they got. How much time do they actually have to change their minds? Oh, we just, I guess, 48 hour, 72 hour window, right? The league year actually starts tomorrow, but I'm not even sure if that made a difference. Like you just have to pass the physical for it to get put on the books. That's why we're getting this news now. No, all these transactions that we've had yesterday and today, they're technically not official yet.
Until tomorrow morning.
Until tomorrow when it's officially the league year. This is what the legal tampering is. Evans a wide receiver 1 next year? I know you were answering that. No. But my question is a wide receiver 1 for San Fran or a fantasy wide receiver 1? I don't think he's a fantasy wide receiver 1, but it's close. It's close. If I was listening to one of my guys yesterday, and he rattled off a good 10 deep wide receivers, 33 and older, that had really good fantasy seasons.
Well, they're saying if they use them, what was the meme I saw? He saw Devontae Adams was used last year and said, "Oh, I could do that." And if the Niners use him like that, and don't overuse him, then yeah, he might be borderline wide receiver 1 for the Niners.
We're talking about Reggie Wayne was a name out there. Steve Smith he pointed out Steve Smith had like a lousy year 33, but he played the following year and had a really good season. Obviously Jerry Rice, Jimmy Smith. Fucking Jimmy Smith. I think I just started playing when Jimmy Smith was playing for the Jaguars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was a bunch of well-known. Marvin Harrison had a really good 33, but not 34. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. I don't know how much he gets around 7 targets a game, which isn't terrible either. So if that keeps up,
and the only worry that I have with him is 2 years in a row the soft tissue injuries that he's had. No, I'm not comparing Mike Evans to Devontae Adams. I just said that Mike Evans saw what Devontae Adams did last year with the Rams.
She's telling you
and said I could do that.
She's telling you to bite your tongue.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, guys, goats, it's if you're joining us now, a little bit late, but that's okay. Huge breaking news: Max Crosby going to the Raiders is no longer in play.
The Ravens no longer in play.
That deal is off to the Ravens.
No, right. You said the Raiders.
No, okay. Well, he's no longer a Baltimore Raven.
Do you think when he comes walking in the building, they're going to say, they're going to play this song, "I'm Coming Home"?
No, but I wanted to play that for Gino.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to play that for Gino. I'm coming home.
Mad Max be more of Ozzy Osbourne. Mama, I'm coming home.
And tell the world Gino's coming home to the Jets. Why this is a good move. As long as they stick to this plan, Jets 4-part miniseries is up on the channel. Part 5 is definitely coming soon. But in part 4, I discussed that this is the move that they must make. All this draft capital, all of it. You're gonna do your very best to get 2 defenders in the upper tier. That's like picks 2 through 5 or 6, in my estimation. Other people have it differently.
Yeah.
You're getting 2 dogs. The Jets have done everything. And again, I want to save winners, losers, team per team for obviously another show now, because look at what just dominated this show. But Mad Maxie, the Raiders, the Ravens are holding their draft capital. So the Ravens actually now get their 14th overall pick back. But let me tell you why this matters with the Jets. The Jets' second first round pick is pick 16.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets are gonna do everything they possibly can to take that pick 16. They're gonna have to use some other capital, and they're gonna have to move up that board for another dog. One dog is either Sonny, Arvell, others like King, right? Is that his name? King Bailey. King. Where did I come up with King?
Bain.
The Jets. Yeah, my pick is Sonny Styles, and then I would do everything in my power to try to get Bailey. But if not, Arvell Reese. If not, you're gonna have to try to get another edge. Although they did add some pieces yesterday and today for the edge. Malik Willis is my QB1 for next season. Don't sleep, the King.
That's interesting to see how that all works out.
That's balls. I know he's got like a 80% completion rate, but like he only threw like 30 passes out of 6 games.
Somebody said 18 is probably going to get 100 targets this year.
I'm joking. Malik Willis. See the king. It's March, so we got plenty of time to get through, the rest of the quarterbacks. But I don't know if Malik Willis is going to be a QB1. He's not going to be drafted that way anyway. You could get Malik Willis and add him at the end of any draft that you do, more or less, and just stash him. You could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Sniper agrees with Willis. I mean, he literally started 6 games in his career. 6. He wasn't even drafted as a starter for Tennessee, was he? No, he couldn't have been.
He played behind Tannehill the first year.
Exactly. He played behind Tannehill.
He doesn't have. He started some games with Tennessee when Tannehill got hurt.
It's not necessarily the fact that he doesn't have talent. There's not enough evidence of it. He's played in Green Bay. He's played under their offensive system. That bodes well. So what if the Raiders don't want him back? It's not a matter of. It's not a matter of that. Now it's a matter of like you have egg on your face.
Yeah. If he ends up staying, maybe they restructure the contract, but that's a freaking pretty damn good defense then. Pieces that they added.
There's like built-in animosity now, I would think. Like, how would you don't? I don't see it. It would take something. What do you think about Geno back to the Jets? He's a perfect bridge quarterback.
Yep.
Perfect bridge quarterback, Sean Goat, baby. Perfect. Let's put all the chips in 2027. Let's put the chips in. Look, if we're gonna go down, we're gonna go down swinging, but we're not going down with Ty Simpson and making an irrational decision this season, this draft, when it's not as strong at quarterback as it is next season. So if you're gonna swing for a franchise quarterback, let's do it in 2027. Whether that quarterback works out, that's a different story. Whether he could be developed, or whether he works out, or whether it's another Zach Wilson. Because there's really no good evidence that we could develop good quarterbacks. So I mean, but at least we might as well take out.
True, right there.
But you see the logic, right? If we're going to do it, we might as well swing for the fences in 2027, not this year. And Geno's a tough son of a bitch. So
Geno's in a shitty situation last year. The Raiders.
He was in a. You know what? I'll take 40% of Geno Smith 2024. I'll take that version of Geno and cut it in half, and I'd be satisfied. I missed it? I missed a question. Like, what's Garrett's value with Geno, or what's Breece Hall's value with Geno? Is that up there?
I said their value goes up a little bit.
Yeah.
More than it did with Justin Fields, especially Breece Hall.
Yeah, I'd say as crazy as it sounds, Geno's probably in a better situation this year than he was last. As crazy as that sounds, based on the offensive line, based on some of the weaponry.
He's going to a system that Frank Reich will develop around him that shows off his strengths and not his weaknesses. Last year, going to a Chip Kelly system that didn't fit him, and then Pete Carroll tried to mesh wherever he wanted to mesh in. God.
This could be it is a homecoming, so there's that little feel good aspect to it, but I don't know, that doesn't necessarily translate onto the field. So look, I'd be saying the same thing talking up Carson Wentz right now. Same thing. Kirk Cousins I'd be talking up right now. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year max deal for any veteran right now. With the understanding Like, this is your last stop. This is it. Like, just get us through this season. Express, no problem. That's right, Garrett Wilson. Sniper's laughing already. She's laughing. I know she's laughing at Garrett. Oh, Garrett Wilson, top 5 wide receiver. What happens? What happens then?
Oof.
I mean, it's not out of the question, but
no, it's not at all.
I mean, what happens though?
Look what he's done with the quarterbacks he's had throwing the ball to him.
So what happens though, Sniper, when he's I do one of these. Where's my emojis? I do some too. Come on. Mason Taylor.
Yeah.
Possible. Yeah. Oh yeah, Gino actually. Gino will look for a tight end. Still, that's how you know how bad he is. He's about my age, and he still needs to rely on his tight end.
And Brees Hall will too. He'll get some. Speaking of
other signings in the area today, Rhino, Ricard is coming on board to block for the fullback from the Ravens.
Yeah, I know he is.
Yeah, he's signing with the Giants. He's going to block.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a good block. Good. You know how I feel about my fullbacks.
I know.
I like them more than I like the tight end. I think that's a great signing for Tyrone.
And he knows. And he knows exactly how John Harbaugh wants everything done. That's a John Harbaugh guy. You know, just like Isaiah Likely is a John Harbaugh guy.
Same show yesterday. Different person. Basically reaffirmed what we were talking about yesterday with the Isaiah Likely. Like, yeah, on one hand, we have a lot to like, no pun intended, with the fact of him coming over to the Giants, him being involved, him a very good target, him working out of the slot. The contract speaks for itself, right? He got himself a nice little bag for a tight end, but we don't really have a good body of work with him with Harbaugh either. Like, he had remember I think it was 24, if not 23 even. He came out of the gate smoking, got a little hurt, and never really got back. Same. I mean, so again,
he's always playing behind Andrews.
He was always playing behind Mark Andrews. Now I don't think he's going to be playing behind Theo Johnson. Theo Donkey.
No, Theo Johnson's definitely behind him. Even more so with Ricard being signed too. So it's going to be interesting to watch. The
Super Bowl champs.
Yeah. So 2 other teams I think that did good defensively is one is the Bengals. They had some good signings.
Another Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
And I mean someone from the Super Bowl roster.
Yep.
Boy Murphy, yeah.
Yep.
I said it months ago. I said it weeks ago. I said it 3 days ago, and I'm going to say it one more time. I better not see any offensive players on this team. They must.
Unless it's O-line, then they still need help on the O-line. But they need full on just.
They signed Brian Cook,
right,
from the Chiefs roster.
And he was their best safety.
It's got to be for some depth, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else?
I think there's one more.
How you like Jalen Watson?
So what the Rams did, I love, man. This might be the best secondaries the Rams have ever had. And plus, just added the fact that they They signed both their safeties that they never do. They never re-sign their safeties with Cam Curl and Lake. And Lake plays a star position, so he plays safety slot. So they have Kinchins, who's a freaking ball hog, Curl, Lake, Jalen Watson.
You have when you have Duffy becomes like the cornerstone piece, much
Yeah.
like
Only 5 years old.
much like a Champ Bailey, and then it ripples from there. Again, another. I don't know if you want to really call him a force multiplier, but it allows other players to, have to just like concentrate on one thing. If Trent Duffy's got this guy, this zone, then Cam Curl could, perhaps like he reacts off of what Duffy does, and so on and so forth. And that's what makes really good teams and good personnel.
That helps out the freaking front seven. Get to the quarterback faster.
Yes, of course. It's a ripple. Absolutely. Is Charbonnet RB1, RB2, Walker gone?
I don't know because he's coming off ACL injury.
Let's say, for argument's sake, just for shits and giggles, B-Goat, that Charbonnet didn't have a torn ACL. We've seen what he could do as a 3-down back, and it's filthy. So in that respect, yes. But in reality, he's coming off an ACL tear. And they're probably, not probably, they're going to draft a running back.
Yeah.
But the good news is after Jeremiah Love or Jadarian Price or even this guy, what your other dude, Mike Washington. After him, it gets a little fuzzy. I think he has all the potential, and we've seen it before when Walker's been out. Did Isaiah Pacheco go to the Lions?
I like that signing.
He did go to the Lions, and I mean, okay, let me ask you, what do you like about it? What's good about it?
He's just a Dan Campbell kind of running back.
I mean,
a younger version of Montgomery. He runs angry. He runs through tackles. Solid as a blocker.
No, I'm not sure if it moves the needle for me, but
it doesn't have to. It moves it for me. That's all it counts for myself.
It moves it for you.
It ain't always about you, dude. Sorry.
When I say me, that means if it's not moving it for me, that means it's not moving it to what I convey to the goats.
Yeah.
And me, yes. Like, I don't know if I'm not drafting Pacheco.
We'll have to wait to see how that looks, but I think it's gonna look good.
Like he doesn't profile like the second back, like a Monty back, though. You know what I mean? He profiles more like Jahmyr Gibbs, actually. Does that make sense?
But he's more of a power runner than Gibbs. That's why I say Montgomery.
But Pacheco is not a power runner.
He runs through tackles. To me, that's a power runner. He get that 4th and 1.
I could get a 4th and 1.
Could you?
No. No, not really.
Even if me and Jax are on the other side of the ball, you can get the 4th and 1.
Maybe JX. That's right. 2 years ago, he was fantastic. Yeah. Yes. But like he's not the same, and maybe that was, I don't want to say
he does that for him though.
Possibly. Will Kamara be traded now? The Saints have ETN.
We talked about that last night, and they reconstructed the contract. So I think he'll either get traded or gets released.
The only reason I would see, other than to make it financially responsible for the Saints, is to also make it financially easy for the Broncos to take on. Everything with what the Saints do is measured to the Broncos because of the two of them. like legal collusion. So like if they restructured, not only did they do it shrewd reconstruction because they were able to by moving money from last year into this year and guaranteeing something in one category versus another, but now it may make it that much more palpable for the Broncos to take on.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of. Woo-hoo! Look who it is, baby. Look who it is.
What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, brother?
What up, Nicholas, baby? Ravens pull out of the Crosby deal. Yeah, man. They're scared. They're scared of Mad Max. Mad Max can play on one knee. He doesn't need two. But I don't even think the second one was really bad. They had a little buyer's remorse.
Yep.
Buyer's remorse. You never go. By the way, we're never going to hear that.
No, we won't.
We're never going to hear that.
Nope.
Oh yeah, we changed our mind.
Nope.
They're going to stick to the medicals.
Yep.
It's good to see you, Nicholas Goat. It's good to see all the goats. We get better at fantasy this time of year. Not. We don't just like hit the books August 15th. We're in the lab now, not just out front. We're really in the lab behind the scenes, just trying to be as best as possible for you.
Yeah, we're trying to better ourselves to make you guys better.
Without question. And yeah, we got some breaking news today. If you're just joining us now at minute 52, Mad Max is pretty mad today. Well, or he's not mad. He's in limbo.
He might be happy after seeing
in limbo
happening at freaking with the Ravens. Sure, been nice to play with Lamar and Derrick Henry, but who's going to block them?
I'm sure he already like programmed himself to be like, yeah, man, I love fucking Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Hell yeah, man, let's go. Got this young new owner, this young new coach, and Jesse Minter. Yeah, let's go. I guarantee you, he's gonna really like it in Dallas. I think he's really going to like it in Chicago. The city, let's take the living environments.
Mm-hmm.
But Baltimore doesn't hold a candle to Chicago.
No,
not even close.
And then they're moving into a new stadium in next year, I think.
No,
no. Is it a while?
No, they didn't even break ground.
Oh, they haven't?
No, that's tied up in red tape.
Dean Johnson video. If you haven't yet, brother, please like and subscribe. Check out all our content that's in the channel.
Yes.
Yeah, he will pass. He'll pass the flying colors easily. And if he doesn't, then I just don't.
I want to see the team, not necessarily whether it's I want to see the actual deal and how it gets lowballed now. Because the Raiders have egg on their face.
So Lamar to redo his contract to free up $10 million that Crosby trade put them over the cap by the start of the new year.
Yeah, that one flew under the radar there.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Zaire Franklin. No, I mean it was mixed in yesterday's fury. Yeah, Zaire Franklin is
about Lamar to redo his contract.
Oh, Lamar had to
redo his Lamar's asking for his $10 million back now.
Both teams really have egg on their face, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
both teams. But now, could you imagine if the asking price was 2 1s? Raiders can't take them back. They're not gonna sell them for peanuts.
No,
because at the very worst, you're gonna have to suit up for us, and it's just an awkward situation.
Yeah, wow. yeah. Nicholas, Rams. They done good so far in off season.
Oh,
They done good.
I like that. Sniper points out, yeah, Zaire Franklin flew under the radar yesterday with all the rest of the signings. Zaire Franklin, healthy. You've got Micah.
Yeah.
You lost Quay Walker, but you made up for it with Zaire.
They lost another linebacker too. Didn't they?
Which one? Rashawn?
Rashad Gary. Oh no, he went to Dallas. Yeah, he went to Dallas, so they lost him.
Well, that's on hold. They're all every deal's on hold.
Everything's on
Dallas,
hold. How many
yeah.
more freaking physicals are people not going to pass?
Well, that was being reported, Nick, right? So that's why he's not in Dallas.
Yeah, so I guess Lamar never redid the contract. Are you a Ravens fan? Dean Johnson video? He used a trade to pressure him. He said no. Good for him, man. If I was Lamar, I would have done it either.
Crosby, super excited.
He might be more excited coming back to the Raiders after seeing everything they're doing. So who knows? But over under, how long would it take for him to be traded? Do you think within a month or less?
Less.
I think so too.
Maybe not actually.
It might be one of those like a draft day trade.
It might. Yeah. I mean, again, this is yes. I heard the Bears wanted Crosby. Yes, Bears, Eagles, Cowboys. These were teams that we know we're trying, that we're in.
Yeah. I think Dak will be a top 5 quarterback in fantasy with Pickens and Lamb. Second year in the system, used to, but there's every other year kind of thing with Dak Prescott too. So he did good last year. I think you said this before, Shepard, that every other year he falls off.
I mean, that's a pattern. Yeah, it's been that way. It'd be nice if he broke the pattern.
Yeah, it would be nice. But if he breaks the pattern, then yeah, he's a top 5 quarterback. Easily. So now I just listen to a lot of Ravens channels. All the channels saying to trade, put them over this cap and get under Lamar to redo the contract or get extended.
I don't want them to draft Jeremiah Love. I don't. I want you to stick with the dogs. That's what that's what I would want for the Titans.
Yeah.
Stick with the dogs.
I think there's going to be a surprise team that's going to end up drafting Love. That's just out of the blue, like, where'd this come from?
But I mean, the simple fact of the moves that were made between yesterday and today and the teams that are up there.
Could he fall to Dallas?
I don't think he's going to fall.
Yeah.
No.
You think he's stay under? Oh, Jax thinks he's falling. You think he's going to be before round 10 or before round?
Yeah. I think yes. I think he's going to be drafted high, too high for my liking, and they won't have the opportunity to get him.
Yeah, Nicholas.
JX thinks that he's going to fall. Nothing. Excuse me. No signs are pointing to that. Considering.
Mm-mm. I mean, and Nicholas brings a good point. The Commanders. That's a freaking great landing spot too.
Commanders are definitely in play. The Titans are in play. The Giants are in play. The Cardinals. I know the Cardinals just like re-signed Jimmy Connor, but
and then signed Algier and this Benson.
Yeah, so the Cardinals are probably out. They're gonna take that offensive lineman, par for the course. It wouldn't be the Jets at all at 2. Well, the Commanders are in play. The Titans are in play. Who else is up there? I don't know. I mean, we're not looking at on the board. Freaking board. Packers are gonna cut Gary. Jerry gives up a 4. Jerry, well, you know how Jerry operates. Sniper knows how Jerry operates. I don't think he gets past the Commanders.
Yeah. That'd be bad business on their part. Him and Jaden Daniels. And then draft a freaking another wide receiver or in the draft because Debo's gone.
Let's take a look at yeah, all they did was defense so far. Oh, Adafe Owe, Tim Settle, and Emick Robertson. By the way, speaking of the Texans, they signed Reed Blankenship. The Texans don't double down on defense. They triple down and quadruple down on defense. All right.
And towards the end of the day, Woolen signed with freaking the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes. That's interesting.
That's
because Tyreek Woolen, I mean, they've got corners. Whatever. I mean, it's good depth. I like that Tate guy. What Tate guy?
Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate.
Not Golden Tate. Carnell Tate.
You like Carnell Tate. He comes from the wide receiver factory. That's why you like him. That's why I like him. He comes from the wide receiver factory in Ohio State. But I think even he's being drafted. He is projected to be drafted high. I don't know if I would take him 5 to be a 1A or a wide receiver 2. He's an X receiver, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, we're surprised. We were talking about this last night I said I was surprised they haven't made a run at a cheap running back. But maybe still. I mean, maybe Rashid White's still there. Is out there. Sean Tucker's still out there. Maybe they make a run at one of them to team up. I think they're going to draft somebody. Would they possibly move up to get Love?
The Saints?
No, the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's a big move.
Yes, it is.
That's like all the way up the board.
All the way. That's like 3 first rounders.
I still can't believe that they let Kenny go. Kenny off to the Chiefs. Sean Tucker will blow up the board if he gets signed to the Seahawks. Yeah.
Yep.
Although we just assume that they'll be able to run as efficiently as they did last year. They'll be the number 1, number 2 running back team or rushing team in the league. I mean, ESPN marked the Commanders to draft Love yesterday. Yes, Tucker to the Seahawks. Tucker.
And one thing I remember too of the Seahawks is a whole new offense. Well, I don't know how new they hired the 49ers tight end coach to run their offense, and they want to kind of run it the same as Kubiak's, but how's that going to look? So it's just Seattle won the Super Bowl, sold their team for good money, and now they're probably not going to make it back next year. I'd be
yeah, to me, it'll be a degree of regression.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like they were blowing teams out of the water, like that high flying, high scoring. They were just very good. They were very good on both sides of the ball. They were very good running it, very good effectively passing the ball,
and
completing the ball. And special teams, of course. They were very good at doing the 3 things that matter the most. And there should be, if history repeats itself, there'll be a little bit of a decline. Even look at Seattle history.
Yeah, see,
They won a Super Bowl. They almost won 2, but they almost won 2. So like, yeah, okay, so Seattle will be competitive, but
and Charbonnet's injury happened in the playoffs, late season. So it's like he's saying, it probably mid season return, and then with that, there's going to be probably 20 to 30% dip in his production.
the only thing I would say to this GOAT right now is the fact that, like, so these dudes, a lot of these guys are coming back quicker. So what typically, like Daniel Jones tore his Achilles tendon, and right now they tagged him, and they expect him to be under center pretty quickly.
And they signed him to a long-term contract, didn't they, today?
And
I didn't see the number, so.
And this wouldn't be the first time with him either. It happened with the Giants. So, look, we know that these dudes are coming back pretty quickly. What used to be a torn ACL and freaking 10, 11, 12 months, a full year to recover and be 100% or close to 100% is now maybe expedited. And I'd also add to that as well. It also depends on the person. If Zach Charbonnet wants it freaking bad, if Zach Charbonnet wants to do something with his career, then he's gonna bust his balls to be ready to play with a golden opportunity. But Daniel Jones doesn't have to have explosive or make contact and push. Well, I'd argue a little bit with that, right? We have to plant and you have to be mobile. Just ask Aaron Rodgers, ask Kirk Cousins, their first season coming back from the Achilles. But my point is though that they're cleared. I bet you the Colts doctor would clear Max Crosby right now.
Yeah.
The point is they'll be cleared to play. That's all my point. We don't really know like what might be nagging them or what might be still tweaked. My point is that the players are cleared quicker these days. Unless I'm going crazy. I don't know. I don't think I'm going that crazy. Micah's projected to start. Sure, look at Micah Parsons. And when did that injury occur? Micah Parsons, what was that? Week what? 13, 14. Yeah. November. Yes. And the Daniel Jones injury happened just around that time. And the Zach Charbonnet is just around that same time as well. Maybe a little bit, a few weeks afterwards, a month afterwards. I think Zach Charbonnet is going to be ready to play. How good? I don't know.
What about freaking Najee Harris to Seattle?
It's interesting.
He's coming off an ankle injury, or he come off Achilles ankle or ankle, right?
I think he has an Achilles too.
But he hurt that freaking third week in the season. So I've seen footage of him working out. Man, he looks pretty damn good, like ready to go.
Giants hired Ricard. They sure did, Nicholas Goat. Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like Kyle Juszczyk, light. Scatterbrains. Not ready for the scatterbrains yet. We're gonna get to the scatterbrains. Micah Parsons, week 15. Some of these guys also. I mean, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb and say, look, if you're dedicated, if you're doing like whatever the program that's laid out in front of you, like if you're following that with trainers, with your training staff, with the therapists and all that, pools and all that shit, I'd say there's no reason why he wouldn't be ready to go. Is JJ wide receiver 1 again if Kyler goes to the Vikes?
Kyler has to win the job first. Pretty sure if Kyler can't beat out JJ McCarthy, then what does that say about Kyler Murray? But Jefferson, I don't know if he'll be wide receiver 1 again. But he'll be probably top 5.
Where do I'm gonna venture out to say that Justin Jefferson would be a wide receiver 1, like as in like between 1 through 12.
Yeah.
Not finishing as a wide receiver 3 and like completely busting. No, I would expect him to be a wide receiver, like one of the premier best wide receiver ones in fantasy and in the league. I would venture to say that even if it's McCarthy, which we all doubt right now, I don't think it'll be McCarthy, especially if Kyler goes there. Let's not forget one of my bold predictions. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron might go there. Where? How come Aaron doesn't have?
Aaron has to come back for the football first.
Where? How come he's not in Pittsburgh right now with his boy Mike? See, this shit. This is what
drama queen.
That's what gets me with this guy. Like everyone seems to be like marching to like the right music, and he's marching to his own drummer.
Yep, I want to hang out with my wife a little bit. Then I'll make a decision. I'm in no hurry.
No problem with that, but it's like always. It's the same. Well, why is this process always like this? Why can't we just? Hello. Where do I think Aaron Jones will go? Oh, I don't know. Sniper. That's obviously nothing was done in the last 24 to 48 hours. That's like that Aaron Jones will catch on probably after the draft, I would think. He'll catch on later on.
Be nice veteran piece.
Aaron Jones is what? He's for a running back, he's not Derrick Henry age, but nor is he caliber Derrick Henry. Aaron Rodgers will play this year, and he will play for the Steelers. That's your that's bold.
Sniper's coming. Want him to play.
Sniper's coming. My bold prediction is the Vikings. He almost played for the Vikings last year. Let's not forget. Almost. He was holding out KOC. He loves KOC. KOC loves him.
KOC might like a younger quarterback that's not 43 years old.
No, but see, there's one thing, there's one part of that equation that has changed from 25 to now. KOC and the Vikings didn't want to. They didn't want to. Alienate's not the right word, but they didn't want to get into the head of JJ McCarthy. We're bringing in this veteran, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champ, to play quarterback for us, and now you're going to sit another year. They didn't want to do that last year. Now look at what that resulted, right? Look at what happened with that with that decision. He didn't play well. He got hurt, but he also didn't play well when he was healthy. So now the cat's out of the bag. Now they're going to bring in somebody to play quarterback for the Vikings.
He'll go play with Mike McCarthy.
Well, that's what. Well, yes, easier said than done, right? Well, where the hell is he? What is it? What's taking so long? I swear to Christ, Cam Hayward just signed a 1-year extension. This guy is older than you. We all think that he's going to play for Mike McCarthy. Yes, of course. Aaron Rodgers, the process goes like that because the NFL allows Aaron Rodgers to be like that. There's truth to that, but still, like, what's what? Like, wouldn't you just be? He's not a good soldier. How about that? He's not a good soldier. I bet you he's a good players. He's a good locker room guy with his guys. I don't doubt that, but he's not a good soldier on the grand scheme of things.
Not at all.
All right, guys, great show, great stuff, great
Yeah.
stuff, great stuff, Sniper.
Appreciate you goats coming in. See some of the OGs in the chat room and some new people. I love it, man. Love it.
There's no off season. This
Nope.
is how we all get better at football. So we could all have a good opportunity and a fair opportunity of beating Sniper in fantasy. That's all we're really asking for is a level playing field to be able to beat Sniper. There's no off season, Nick. Go
In between season for us, man. Yes,
no
sir.
off season. Either Thursday or Friday. We'll attempt to be a little bit more on schedule with the winners and the losers. Well, I mean, we might as well just set the teaser, set the trailer right now. Losers, the Ravens, losers, the Raiders. No, I wouldn't say the Raiders. The Raiders made great additions despite all this.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers says as arrogant as they come. That's right. Draft 6 weeks away, brother. You have a draft? Oh, yes, that draft. Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Oh, man, 6 weeks. That means we have 6 more weeks of rookie draft content. Check some of that out. Jonathan gets out of taking IDP.
No, we talked to IDP. We did?
Well, I know. I mean, I know where Sniper's going. We really didn't get into some of these players. No, we didn't. We definitely we were hit with
we got hijacked.
We got hijacked. That's right.
That's okay. It's good.
Look, we'll dedicate a whole show to it. I'm not running away from this. Not at all. All right, guys, we'll see you later on in the week. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, be a difference, make a difference. Stay blessed, everybody.
There's no outro. So I'm sorry. There won't be an outro.